Namaskar. There is a story that there was a samurai who had been engaged in a long and bloody conflict. And he came to a Zen monastery where the abbot was known for his wisdom. And he went to him with this turmoil, with this pain in his heart about the war and what he'd been participating in. And he asked the abbot, How can I stop this war? Will this fighting, will it ever end? It seems like there's no end to it. The abbot looked at him very deeply and seriously. And then he smacked him across the face. The samurai was completely in shock. You can imagine, his pride, his dignity was like, how dare this Zen old man hit me like that? And immediately the urge to get his sword out came to him. But then inside of himself, he said, well, wait a minute, no, he's wise. Maybe this is a teaching, maybe something's going on. And he hesitated. His hand was already on the sword, but he hesitated. And in that moment, the master said, now you have stopped the war. The message is war, peace, begin in us and in our ability to master our lower emotions, which want to drag us into hatred, into pettiness, into all kinds of inferior emotions. We need to train our minds to be able to stay focused and connected to our humanity, to our core self. And our core self is goodness. Our core self is love. Our core self is radiating light. It's only when we allow the inferior emotions to cloud that, to obscure it, that things like war can happen. And so each and every one of us, we can do this training to train our minds, to train our hearts, to stay focused on what is true and what is real, and to be able to detach ourselves, to withdraw our mind from negativity and not participate in feeding it. This is a big responsibility. And this is what meditation can help us with. It offers us a tool in which we are doing exactly that. We are training our minds. Every moment we meditate, it is a fight because distracting thoughts and emotions invade constantly. The mind thinks. It's what it's made to do. And so it's up to us in which direction it's thinking. It can either be getting caught in all kinds of distracting emotions and thoughts, or we can direct our mind to our source that generates peace and love from within. And we can radiate that. We can become an instrument of the divine when we do that. This is why more than ever, in this moment, it is so important for us to learn how to do that and to be radiating our true humanity and staying connected to the humanity in everyone around us to help bring that out, to bring out the human beings. There is also a place for anger when it is directed in a dharmic way. And that means when it's directed not against people and not generalized, but when it's directed against the forces of exploitation, the forces of greed, the forces of selfishness that generate situations like war. But we must remember to stay connected to the humans and to focus on the good within ourselves and on the good that actually is the core of everyone and everything. And we need to increase that vibration on this planet so that things like violence just become intolerable and that we reject it. we have to first be able to do that within our own minds. We have to first be able to be like that warrior who resisted the impulse to just strike back out of pride, out of anger, out of hatred. And that takes inner strength. That takes inner power. And that power can be developed by cultivating your mind, by training it every day with meditation. So I hope that you will learn meditation if you don't know it already. And if you're practicing, this is the time to deepen your practice and really use it to benefit all beings, starting with yourself, and to be able to filter out all of the pulls now to create divisive emotions and to strengthen the hatred and so forth on the planet. We must resist that. We must keep our intentions, our minds focused on one human society, on creating one human society where all human beings can live with dignity and respect and safety. We must be in solidarity with all our brothers and sisters, and we must strengthen our own commitment to the truth and to love and to light so that we can radiate that on this planet. Namaskar.